All right, there you go. So you are live. Let's Black guys. Oh my God, we are super excited. Yo, I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. We are back. It is a Feel Good Friday. It's Friday, August the 22nd, 2025. At 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. So welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team. We started on time. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Um, please, again, how many times I said it? Like, share, follow, subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the overwhelming support so far for our live podcast event at Comedy in Harlem. So we truly, truly appreciate you guys. Um, what else I was going to say before I say good morning to Janice? Oh yeah, so this is where you, if you got a deficit of love, this is what that is. You can get your love here, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Uh, Janice Segure, good morning. God bless. Good to see you. Looking well. And how are you?
Good morning. I am doing well, Sean. And let me just tell you what the current temperatures are in my neck of the woods. It is 60 degrees, and the high is expected to reach 80 degrees today, dropping down to a low of about 59 degrees. But guess what? Sunny conditions expected all day today. I'm Janice Segure from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
Hey, where you get your morning started right. Janice, first of all, before I even get started, how are you and how was your week so far?
Whew, man, I'm still trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on my sleep. I'm trying to catch up on, things that I need to take care of, dive back into the whole work. And it's been a busy, busy, busy week. And it's not over. I think I'll probably get a chance to really rest up on Sunday. But I'm exhausted. How about you? Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm very tired, and sometimes with me, like I'm fascinated on how, like for me personally, I just keep moving around, like I'm on automatic pilot, like I'm the Energizer Bunny from back in the day. Remember the Duracell commercial? For some reason, I just keep going. I keep ticking. I keep going. I keep going. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I'm doing. And then sometimes it is a bit much because I did a lot of driving yesterday.
Mm,
But what I want to say is this: thank God, my family and I went down to Myrtle Beach this week.
hmm
We arrived Sunday morning, and we stayed to yesterday Thursday morning. Right
hmm
now, remember, there was a little anxiety there because Hurricane Ian was right around the corner.
Right.
Like Hurricane Ian was ready. Oh, and shout out to everybody on Facebook. And it's just I don't know. It's a little delay right now, but it's all good. So remember, we watching the weather report. Guys, come on in the chat room. You can identify with this on a Feel Good Friday. And I want to shout out the room today. Before you travel abroad somewhere, you want to know what the weather is, obviously, right? And we watching the weather like obsessively because Hurricane Ian is coming through the eastern coast of the United States.
Right.
And we're flying to South Carolina. We're flying to Myrtle Beach. And it's in the Atlantic Ocean. And thank God it made this turn where it avoided, the whole East Coast. And thank God for that.
Yeah.
So we arrived down there. Guess what, Janice? It had rained two weeks prior
Mm,
in the Myrtle Beach area. And we
hmm
get down there. We had that pocket of good weather where we went on vacation and we were blessed that the weather was good.
hmm hmm
And I sat out in the sun and we did the pool and we went out and we had went dinner in the evening.
Right.
Um, and I want to share this and I want to know what your opinion is. And
hmm
welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right? We stayed at this resort that had a kitchen and a refrigerator and a microwave and all that, and a toaster and all that.
Oh, okay. You all had that whole home set up. Okay.
That. So when we arrived down there, I said to my wife, listen, because thank God there was a Walmart about 2 miles away. Janice, turn down your whatever you got. Turn that down.
I just did. I turned it down.
And Janice, I said to my wife, we gotta go because you want to save as much money as you can while you're on vacation. I mean, for me, some people go on vacation, they just spend, which is fine.
If you got it like that, yeah.
If you got it like that, it's cool.
Oh.
I need to save my coin.
Yeah.
And I had a certain amount of coinage that I wanted to spend. And I think we all, other than Janice, don't have that problem. But what I'm saying is, I have a certain amount. Put a number one in the chat room if you have a certain amount of money you like to spend when you go away. Like in your head or on paper, there's got to be a certain money where you go, you know what? I think this should be enough to go on vacation without like tapping into your little emergency fund or whatever. Right. So when we get there, I'm looking, my wife was the event coordinator and I was more the logistic guy. A lot of Lyft. I use Lyft instead of Uber. I like Lyft better than Uber, right? So we went to the supermarket, Janice. There was a Walmart 2 miles away from the resort. Thank God. And we did some shopping, some food shopping. So we didn't have to spend any money, for breakfast and lunch. And then we went out at night and ate dinner. We got dressed up and we went out.
So you prepared breakfast or whatever inside.
Yeah, and lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were sitting at the pool all day and we were just soaking up sun and we just relaxing.
Well, let me just say, hold on, and let me interrupt for a minute. My budget was so tight that we cooked breakfast inside. We skipped lunch, and then we ate dinner, and then inside of the condo. But then there were days where we didn't eat breakfast. We ate lunch, and we tried to make lunch stretch to dinner. Like we were tight on our budget. Okay. Just saying.
And I don't know about you guys, and welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Miss Miko's coming in soon. She says she'll be in shortly. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I found out, because that was the first, as soon as I landed and we got to the resort and the Lyft driver was driving us there, I go into my phone, nearest supermarket, nearest, near everything near. And when I found out that Walmart was literally 2 miles away from where we were staying, it was like a moment of euphoria. I was like, yes. And then we went over there and we went shopping. We went shopping and we got all the things that we needed to last us from Sunday until Thursday morning. We purchased breakfast and lunch, and just the things that you buy, sandwich meat or whatever you drink. We did all of that, and it was so beneficial to the overall budget of vacation. Now, like I said, there's some of y'all in that chat room. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Y'all just crack open the credit card to spend money. It's all good. I'm sitting there. I'm not counting the coin like that, but what I am doing is saying, let's alleviate some unnecessary spending so we can, even if we do spend that money, we can spend it on something else. Now, at night, we went out every night of the week and had a great time. So to you guys, when you go on vacation and you stay in somewhere where you can purchase food, what's your budget? What does that look like in the chat room? Are you free spending or are you conservative? Are you conservative with your spending or are you liberal with your spending?
Right. Are you all willy-nilly? Just, buying whatever?
And for me, Janice, like I don't drink. So thank God. Because let me tell you, when you go on vacation or if you go anywhere, that liquor bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That liquor bill will sober you up.
Yes, absolutely. You're like, hold on a minute now. Wait a minute.
Now, if you go on my Facebook page, right, I did a live video while I was on the beach on Myrtle Beach. But not on Wednesday afternoon, and I got some remnants of Hurricane Aaron. and the waves were really high on the beachfront, like really, like the wave. I've never seen waves like this high, and I'm sitting there watching it. And Janice, there were people swimming in the water, and the lifeguard had the red flag up, meaning like they're watching everybody. The double flag means you can't go in the ocean.
Right.
And the lifeguards, you know how lifeguards are sitting on their little porch and look on their chairs watching. They were standing up on the beachfront watching everybody.
Really?
And I was like, how are these people going into this ocean with these strong waves?
Yeah, not only are they putting their own lives in jeopardy, they're putting the lifeguards' lives in jeopardy also, because that water is very dangerous. It's treacherous. Really. Am I saying it right?
Well, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, with the Queen, Janice Segure, and also Miss Miko should be here shortly. Now, Janice, if I was a lifeguard, I'm getting fired. My death list will succeed the requirements for being a lifeguard. I am not going. I'm sorry to say this. God bless. I'm not built to be a lifeguard to save other people's lives. So shout out to all the lifeguards out there. And let me tell you something, Janice, these lifeguards that we saw down in Myrtle Beach, they really did look like Baywatch kind of a guys. They were tall white guys and they were in shape. They looked like they just came out the gym. There wasn't a shred of fat on them. They looked like Adonis. These guys, there's no out of shape lifeguards. I mean, I'm not talking about the lifeguards at the pool where we go to, like the local pool with the teenagers. These were professional lifeguards.
Okay. Much needed.
But I think, and shout out to D-Lo Mathis. She lives somewhere close out there where that hurricane was. She lives in North Carolina. She lives in Wilmington. Let me tell you something before we move on, Janet. If I was a lifeguard, I'm getting all that money out there. I'm saving lives on commission basis only. If you struggling out there and you caught in a little riptide and you're about to go off to Never Never Land, I'm going to come out there and save you. But once I save you, I'm going to pull out my waterproof phone and you're going to have to cash at me that $2,500. If you can't cash out that money right there while you in distress, it's time to beat Jesus. I think lifeguards should work on a commission basis. You want your life saved? Starting price $1,500. What you think, Janice?
Pay as you go. Pay as you go.
Yo, so while you in the ocean, like, yo, when I hear that Cash App dingy, then I'll bring you back to shore.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Featuring the Wake Up team, but all the queens are in the building. But listen, guys, how much is that budget? Are you a liberal spender when you go on vacation, or are you conservative? Where you at, Janice? Where you at, liberal or conservative?
I'm conservative. I'm extremely conservative. And like I said, we went, we did the whole condo thing. We were there for 2 weeks and we went out once a week and purchased breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some days we skipped breakfast because we didn't want breakfast, basically, really. But when we ate lunch, we tried to make that lunch, okay, we're going to eat this when we come back this evening. We'll eat the rest, whatever the leftovers were. But we did eat out, but it just wasn't like, we were gone for 2 weeks, And I drove. Now, I drove to Florida from New York only because I'm not crazy about flying any longer. But what I realized is that I saved a whole heap of money because I didn't have that airfare, right? And I didn't have to rent a car. So basically all I had to do was feed myself, my family, and purchase gas. And if we wanted to take our little excursions or whatever, we could use the money, to rent a little boat or whatever and, just go out there in the water. So, yeah, I'm all about saving that money so I can enjoy. But again, I drove only because I'm really not into flying as much as I used to be, so.
Hold on, wait a minute. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning. All right, guys. I appreciate the ticket sales so far for the September the 20th event. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, guys. VIP is almost done. I really, really appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Let's make this a successful event. Tracy Ray, Young and all the others. Thank you. Special shout out to Naroma Johnson, who purchased a ticket for someone else to come to the event because she can't make it. I truly appreciate, guys. Y'all come on out Saturday, September the 20th. A Shawn Harvey morning show featuring the Wake Up Team live podcast, plus a whole day of entertainment. We got an R&B singer, we have a comedian, we're playing music, we're doing a meet and greet. Y'all come on out. I am very excited about this day, and so are the rest of the cast members. So y'all come on out. Now, before we Miss Miko, anyway, I'll search for her in a minute. So Janice, wait a minute. And thanks for sharing it. You drove from New York to Florida?
Absolutely. And I stopped along the way, but yeah, I drove from New York to Florida.
Now, I'm not built to drive any distance. Back in the day, I did. Harvey's going to get you 3.5 hours the most. then my knees are going to kick in and I can't do it. I think I could drive maybe 4 hours, maybe. Oh, there go the hearts in the chat room. Guys, put the hearts in the chat room. Sister Soldier has just placed the hearts in the chat room. Let me put, guys, come on there. Hold on, Janice. Let me do this first.
Okay.
Let me put the hearts in the chat room because Sister Soldier has just placed the hearts in the chat room.
Now, do we put the same hearts as she?
Yeah, you put your hearts. Yeah, put your hearts in the chat room. Hold on, Janice. Are you saying that you drove? How does that work? How do you drive from New York to Florida? How does that even work? Because I'm not built like that.
Well, I drove as far as I could possibly go, which was South Carolina, and I stayed overnight with a cousin. And we actually stayed 2 nights. I wanted to do 1 night, but she really wanted us to stay and hang out a little bit with her. So we did that. And then the next day, we got up and we drove another 9 to 10 miles to Florida. And that's how that worked. I got my rest and everything. I didn't have issues with my knees or whatever, we stopped 3 times for gas and, for food and that was it. We kept going. And then on the way back was the worst because, I didn't want to drive through Alabama in the middle of the night or early in the morning. So we use Green Book. However, Green Book is an actual thing where it takes you through, safer areas to travel. But however, we waited, for the sun to come up, and then we took to the road where there were more people on the road. Again, the sun was up, and it was quite nice actually. The scenic view was very nice. We were taking photos along the way, of different things and stuff. So it was nice. It worked out, and I plan on doing it again, because I like the fact that I could stay there for 2 weeks and I had my own car. I didn't have to rent and I didn't have to go out and eat lunch and dinner. I even took alcohol with me. I took my tequila. I took stuff to give away, wine, whiskey. I took a whole bunch of stuff with me and I gave it out to, my relatives and stuff. But we had a good time.
Wait a minute. So when you left New York, you drove, your first stop was in South Carolina? You went from New York?
Yes.
So you drove from New York to South Carolina in one shot. I mean, stopping for gas and with all that.
Right. And I drove the entire way. I did the whole thing because my husband was like, there's absolutely no way that I'm driving, So they would fly and I would just meet them there. But me, I'm driving.
Okay, well, let's clap for that.
Let me clap.
Now, Janet talked about flying. And let me tell you something. When we came back into Newark Airport yesterday in the afternoon, Janice, guess what?
What?
Because of the hurricane, it was wind gusts. So we had a delay. We were we were delayed in Myrtle Beach to fly back to Newark because it was windy in Newark.
Wow.
So we couldn't fly. We was on the runway. We had to wait 40 minutes for the winds to die down a little bit. And then all of a sudden, because of the winds, it was delayed and there was a lot of air traffic.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like a parking lot in the air.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God. Because I do when the plane has a little turbulence, like my stomach can't handle it like it used to. In my younger days, I used to be like, bring the turbulence on. Hold on. What's Miko? Wait. Oh, she's not there. Okay. I said, I would say, bring the turbulence on. When I was younger, I would fly, the plane would bounce up and down. I was like, give me some more bounce.
You thought you were on a roller coaster.
I was like, give me some more bounce. But now at 60 years old, my stomach can't handle too much turbulence. So guess what? Then the guy goes, hey guys, great news. We cleared the fly to Newark. So we're in the air now, right? And then he makes an announcement, guys. Everybody got to sit down now. There'll be no more serving of the drinks because we're going to run into turbulence on our approach to Newark. Janice, he told us that basically he's saying, sit your ass down. This part of the trip is not going to be fun. And Janice, you know, especially black folks, you know when the plane land, black folks are clapping, a lot of Jesus and a lot of clapping.
Right.
Yeah, as soon as the plane land, here come black folks. Now you know it was a rough landing when white folks are like, so shout out to the pilot because we did have some turbulence on the landing. Shout out to the pilot. God bless you, sir, for doing a tremendous job. A lot of y'all sit there and y'all pray for a great flight and y'all pray while y'all in the air. Wrong prayer. You need to pray for the mental stability of the pilot.
Yes. Look, on my way out, I'm saying, thank God for you. That's what I say to the pilot when we're leaving. Thank God for you. Thank you. You did it. You did the thing. Thank you. I'm glad you know what you're doing. Like, I am so happy. Like, let me kiss the ground I walk on.
Well, guys,
flying anymore.
Well, guys, listen, welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up team. Queen Janice Segure is in the building. I tell you what, we're going to get to some front page news, and we truly appreciate you guys. Guys, tickets are still on sale right now for Saturday, September the 20th at Comedy in Harlem. I was actually there last night for Miss Jones and her comedy show. We had a great time last night. Guys, we need you in the building. Come on out. Saturday, September the 20th. Comedy in Harlem. Doors open up at 2, showtime 3. So let's get to some front page news. What's the one and only, the queen herself, Janice Segure. Go ahead. Hey, Janice, they're loving you in the chat room right now.
Yay. Thank you, guys. Peace and love to you all.
Hold on, wait.
What?
Guys, put in the chat room, what's the driving distance are you capable of doing right now? Janice can drive literally 700 miles and stop. I could only drive maybe 200 and change, 300 miles. I'm done. No, 200 miles. That's all I could drive. Let us know in the chat room. Go ahead, Janice. I apologize.
Yeah. Well, let me just say, on the way back, from Florida to Virginia, by the time I got to Virginia, that time I was really wiped out because from Florida to Virginia, it really took like 14, 15 hours to get there. And it was dark also. So, being of a certain age with those headlights coming your way, you're like, oh, Lord have mercy. Let me hurry up and get me to safety. But by the time I got to Virginia, man, I was so tired. I mean, exhausted, totally exhausted. I was so happy to sleep. But anyway, to the news. Did you all hear about what's going on with Target and their employees? Apparently, hundreds of employees at the Chicago Distribution Center were fired this month for apparently fraudulent allegations, right?
Right.
Okay, so Target is claiming that some of the employees took advantage of the company's medical program. Now, this medical program allows employees to receive loans exceeding $3,000 to cover medical expenses. Apparently, employees they found a glitch in the system, allowing employees to pay back only $50 of the loan and erasing the remaining balance of the company's records. Now, apparently one employee figured out, how to do this, how to make this work, and they're considering him or her to be. I'm overhearing something there in the
Yeah,
back.
sorry, that's me. That's my fault. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So one of the employees, they're claiming that one of the employees was the ringleader in the operation, and this supposedly leader would charge employees about $200 to $300 to facilitate the scam, right? So what he would do is he would take out the loan, erase everything. They paid him, and he would just give them the remaining balance. Now, some of the workers there, they're saying, no, I have receipts showing that I was making monthly payments on the loan I received, and one lady was like, if I, provide proof, can I get my job back? And they apparently, long story short, they said, no, you cannot, what's done is done. But apparently, there was like maybe 400 to 700 people who were terminated. And I was just thinking, had that had been me, in my 20s, I think I probably would have been dumb enough to participate in this scam. What do you think? Sean, do you think that you would? And let me just say hi to Miss Miko. I see you, beautiful.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good
Hey,
morning.
Welcome to the Shawnee Place on Earth, where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to our queen, Miss Miko. She's in the building, and God bless. Miss Miko, I didn't get a chance to formally. Guys, we're doing this live on the air right now. Miss Miko, this is Janice Segure. Janice, this is Miss Miko.
Hey, Janice, girl, how you doing?
All is well. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Guys, please get your tickets. Get your tickets. I like the way the ticket is moving. I want to say that first of all. I like the way the ticket is moving. I had a goal of how many people I wanted to attend this event, and we're probably there at that moment.
Yeah.
We need this final push, guys. Saturday, September the 20th. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on out. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team live podcast. Cindy J, Miss Miko, Janice Segure, we all will be in the building. DJ Hot Sauce is playing music. We have a live R&B singer. Shay Chanel's in the building. We have a comedian. We also have a meet and greet. And the brunch, guys, is the menu. So whatever's on the menu is the brunch. It doesn't include the ticket. Okay, so the ticket price is one price. The brunch is another price. If you want to know what the brunch is, only thing you have to do, the brunch menu, and thing you have to do is go on Comedy and Harlem and go to their menu, and that is the brunch. And we truly appreciate you guys. Doors open up at 2 p.m. Showtime 3. You will see Miss Miko live. You will see Cindy J also, Janice live, and your boy Harvey. Now, before I get into that, Miss Miko, Janice Segure, right, who lives in Long Island, she doesn't fly because she thinks she's going to meet Jesus.
Girl, stop.
You know what? It's not about the meeting Jesus part. I believe I'm ready for that, but it's a terrifying situation before that. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for
that. Situation. So you're telling me if you need to get from point A to point B, if it takes 15 hours to drive somewhere, but 2.5 hours to fly somewhere, you get in the car?
I wouldn't mind getting in the car. I'd rather put my life in my own hands and to put my life in the hands of the pilot at times, it's like, okay, but don't get me wrong. I do fly. It's just that if I can skip it, I'm going to skip it. And so this was a test run for me. And I did very, very well, going and returning. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this again because it was comfortable. But yeah. But okay. So Miss Miko, I understand you like my husband and the rest of the family. No. I'm going to fly. I'll meet you there, Ma.
Yep. I choose to fly all the time.
Now, Miss Miko, Janice is just, she's afraid of that gut-wrenching yell before the fiery death.
What, the turbulence? Or just something go wrong? You could be driving and anything could happen, and you ain't gonna have a chance to yell because you may not see it coming.
And that is true. But I'd rather do that, you know, than to
Listen, Miss Miko, Janice rather the fire, the yelling before meeting Jesus on the ground comparison to on in the air.
Oh my
because
goodness.
I had that experience once and it wasn't good. I kept on thinking, why are we up in the air in the first place? Like they knew. I even knew. I'm looking at the app and I'm knowing that okay, there's some bad weather here. Why? And so they had to land early.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said to my husband, can we, like rent a car and go the rest of the way? Because we weren't too far from New York at this time. I think we were in DC. And he was like, man, we pay for this trip. We're going the rest of the way. So
now that's kind of different. If you had like a near-death experience and you had to land early and you're like maybe 2-3 hours away from home, I would consider jumping in a rental and pushing it. I would consider that. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I had a near-death experience in child support court. If I can get past that, you can get past the fiery death. But we do understand that. Now, Miss Miko, one more question before we get into her story. And guys, let's welcome our beloved Miss Miko to the building. We appreciate it. Let's give Miss Miko a round of applause.
I miss everybody. What y'all been up to? What I've been missing? I've been MIA for a minute. I've been on a world tour, y'all, but I'm back.
Yeah, no doubt. And we welcome you back. And we're glad that everything's okay. And we're glad your family's okay. Now, Miss Miko, before we get Janice Segure said she drove like 500 miles, like just one shot. I only drive maybe 200 miles. Like I'm not built like that. Like I could get you to the DC area. Then if y'all gonna go even south than that, Virginia, I can't do all that. Miss Miko, what's your driving distance? Obviously, Janice could drive all the way to Texas without using the bathroom. Like where are you with that?
I think not Texas, Boston. I've driven from Pennsylvania to Boston. Not in one shot. I stopped to use the bathroom once because I'm really leery about, going to the bathroom while I'm alone in the car. But yeah, that was like 4.5, 5 hours. That's it. I ain't doing nothing more than that.
Yeah, no doubt. Guys, welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team. We got both queens here, Miss Miko and Janice Segure. We are in the building. Thank you so much for rocking with us throughout the summer. Thank you for supporting, and we truly appreciate you guys. Get your tickets now. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team live podcast. We are busting our asses trying to sell tickets. And Janice, Miss Miko could share with you on her personal experience when we've done the one of our podcasts. Miss Miko, we had a nice sized crowd in the house, and we had a great experience. So, Miss Miko, before we get into the story, I don't want to bore everybody, but this is the first time these two are meeting, and God bless. Miss Miko, could you share just your brief experience when it at participating in a live podcast event for the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team?
Sure. Jan, let me tell you something. It's going to be a great time. It's fun to talk to everybody, the chatties in the chat room. But when you meet them in person, it's the vibes is on 1,000. It's like an old family reunion. Like you have such a good time. You love on them. They love on you. You laugh, you crack up, you tell jokes, you eat. I love doing the live podcast because I like being upfront and close and personal with everybody in the chat room. It's really a good time. You're going to enjoy yourself. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Sounds like it. And I'm looking forward to that because I'm a people person. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody there.
Well,
yeah, you'll have such a good time.
Now, we appreciate you. And what we'll do is, Janet, you get one more story, then we'll get Miko and whatever she wants to talk about, then we'll come back. All right. So now, Target fired 3,000 employees, you said? No.
Roughly 400 to 700 employees were fired. Now they have this medical loan program where you can take out about $3,000 or more for medical expenses. Well, there's a glitch in the system, and the employees figured out the glitch in the system, and what they would do is they would pay $50 of the $3,000 loan plus, and only pay the $50 and then erase the rest of the balance. So Target has lost millions of dollars because of this, and they decided, you know what, we're going to fire everybody who we know, or I guess seem as though they took advantage of the whole scam. So yeah, that's what happened.
Now, Miss Miko, this sound like I said, Janice, we don't use the N word, we say neighbor. Now this sound like neighbor-ish to the maximum.
It was.
$3,000, I believe, is not enough to lose your job. I don't care what type of job you have, at what type of
But
income.
Sean, if
bracket.
you're young and you live with your parents, you ain't got nothing to lose. I'm 19. I'm hanging out. This is just a job, something to do. I'm doing it. I'm gonna get me 3 stacks and I'm going right to the store and I'm flexing. Period.
That
In my grown age, I won't do that. But you know, between like 17 and 24, 25, yep. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, I don't. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. I think that there's no age discrimination on being a knucklehead, whether if you're 16 or 65. I say this: if the money is too light, maybe you're right, Miss Miko. Maybe if you're 21 years old and you look at $3,000, you might think it's $30,000. I understand that, but there is some type of barometer in your soul to say that you're doing something wrong.
Yes.
You're doing something. I don't care how old you are. There is something in you. I don't care how you was raised. You know, at some point, there's a small percentage that you know right from wrong. Now, us folks make the fatal mistake every time. You got the 3,000. You got it clear. You paid $50 for the 3,000. You got a 99.9% return on your paper. Only thing you got to do is finesse it. Now, Ms. Miko said, flex it and go shopping. No, go back to human resources. Remember human resources, guys? Remember human resources? Go to human resources and say, listen, I think I got a problem.
Who's doing that? Sean, stop it. Stop it.
In their early 20s or whatever. Who
Stop
can
it.
do that really? Like, you know, and when you're that young, I think that I would have taken the money and just, you know, I would have went and splurged. I wasn't.
Okay. So my first question to both of y'all: how do y'all know these are all young folks?
You're right. I'm just assuming. I'm saying if I was young, that's what I would do.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If I were young, that's what I would do, because some of the employees were elderly people, and they're like, look, I have receipts to show that I am working and I am paying this off. You mean to tell me I have to go down with the ship because of a few other bad apples? That did happen. Okay, but if
some people paid it off and they still got fired.
Some people are paying, and they're saying that they have receipts to prove that they are making payments on this, and you're going to tell me that I gotta, you know, this, yes.
And you know what? It's weird, like, and Black folks and minorities, we have won on this one with Target, because the other day Target had just announced that their CEO had stepped down because of lack of sales in the company, and the company has lost money in the first or the second quarter, and it's because of these initiatives that were taken away, that Target had took away, and also they had a issue with trans folks because they had some trans clothing in there and they took it down, and and people have stopped supporting Target. So let's give a round of applause to minorities and Black folks who stood their ground and stood on business and got the CEO fired, and Target is losing money and Walmart is winning again. Let's clap.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's clap for that.
And Ms. Miko, speaking of Walmart, and I know you always talked about shopping there from time to time. Ms. Miko, this shirt I'm wearing, I dedicate to you because I purchased this at Walmart. Y'all give me a round of applause. It was $7.
I got something else for you to get from Walmart.
Ms. Miko, this shirt is $7.
It looks great. It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Am I missing something, Miss Miko? You're not a Walmart shopper?
I love Walmart. Let me
tell
you, they got some new viral sneakers. Some new sneakers going viral right now. They are the Silver Avia sneakers. They look like Bottega. They look like you spent like $300-$400 on these sneakers, and they $22.98. And guess what? I got them in all colors, and it looks nice.
Let's clap.
Yeah, let's clap for that.
And I throw that on with my Chanel bag, and I step out, and don't nobody say nothing to me.
If anything, they're gonna be like, "Girl, where you get that from?"
Now, guys, put a number 1 in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. The team is here in the building. We appreciate you. So I tell you what, Janice and myself, we'll yield our time to the one and only Miss Miko. And Miss Miko, welcome back from your world tour. God bless.
Thank you, Sean.
And we give the floor to you. So what's going on?
I have a sweet treat for you guys. You know, I always tell you what's going on around town when you're out and about, where to eat, what to do. But listen, today is the day. Cinnabon turns 40, y'all. So if y'all like this sweet, gooey treat, you want to run to your local Cinnabon today because they are rolling back prices back to 1985. From 12 to 4 p.m., they will be offering Cinnabon the big rolls for $1.25. All you gotta do is download the app, click on the coupon, and there you go.
Let's get that.
Yeah, so make sure you go. My grandbaby, she went to daycare. I'm picking her up at 12:15, and we're gonna take a ride out to Whitehall Mall, and we're going to get a Cinnabon, and we're gonna chill for the day. Okay. So yes, today Cinnabon turns 40, so please take advantage and go get that warm, gooey goodness.
Sounds like a plan.
Sister Soldier, you write in the comments that the ladies are glowing today, but what about your boy Harvey?
$7 Walmart shirt on.
Yeah, you look nice. You don't look you in your pajamas today. Usually you got pajama swag on, but you're looking good, Shawn.
Thank you. I'm gonna put a pause on gooey mess she's talking about. I'm from the Bronx. We don't do gooey. Let's put a pause on gooey. Back in the day when I was doing community penis, there was a lot of gooey effect, but I don't do that no more.
Oh my God. So nobody want it from you, Shawn.
That's right. and God bless my wife. She's dealing with a 60-year-old man. She's going straight to heaven. Cinnabon, you got it right. I think that maybe you should close locations in the hood and some trashy Babylonian neighborhoods. Maybe you want to keep this exclusive to, and I don't mean to discriminate, maybe more of an upper class or rich or like a hardworking neighborhood kind of location. You don't really want to shout out, oh, Princess Cox is in the building. God bless.
Hey, Princess.
If there's a Cinnabon in the hood, and listen, the funny thing you bring this up, Miss Miko, while we were at the airport in Myrtle Beach, I had a Cinnabon. It was so good because I haven't had one in a long time. Cinnabon, be careful. we love the full. What price is going down to what price today?
$1.25.
Okay, don't do the Cinnabon locations in the hood. Please close today. Because the diabetic dancers will hear the sound of gooey goodness at your location and know this: they're coming to get 100 glazies at the same time.
You ain't never lied. No, it's one per customer, Shawn, and it's limited while supplies last.
Yes. So get out there at the top of the hour because that's going to go fast.
Yep.
So Miss Miko, where's the Cinnabon around here?
In Lehigh Valley Mall.
Oh.
Right on the second floor.
Oh.
By Bonton. Go through the Bonton entrance.
Janice, where's your Cinnabon?
Well, let's see. The closest one, Roosevelt Field Mall in Nassau County, Roosevelt Field Mall. So my plan would be to go get one, then, go back to the back of the line and go get another one. And I mean, one per person. Well, can I go back and, get one for the whole family?
One per person. So I'm a person and my grandbaby's a person. So I'm going to get two.
That's right. That's right. You got her with you. Got her in tow.
Shout out to Mike Grassi, who's just arrived in the building. We truly, truly appreciate you, brother. It's good to see you. Mike, if you have the time, come on up to New York City, Saturday, September the 20th at Comedy in Harlem. Doors open up at 2 p.m., showtime 3. Brunching with the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We are live in the building. Y'all come on out. Y'all get dressed up. Let's have a good time. Let's fellowship. Let's mingle. Let's dance. Let's laugh. Let's have great conversation. And let's hug on. And like Miss Miko said, let's just all love on each other. We can't wait to see you guys. Janice, what else you got? And then we'll go back to Miss Miko. And God bless all you guys. And Sister Soldier, who is the official moderator of the chat room, when she put those hearts in the chat room, let's all follow along to Sister Soldier. Go ahead. What else you got?
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the Texas Republican representatives who announced that they would be redrawing the state U.S. congressional district map. Mid-December, usually something like that happens. Not mid-December, excuse me, mid-decade, right? Usually something like that happens, after the decade, but they're doing it mid-decade due to pressure from the president. So in an attempt to stop or block the redrawing of the map, Democrat lawmakers, they protested by leaving the state of Texas. Okay, so Republican officials retaliated by using a civil arrest warrant for the missing Democrats. But when the Democrats returned, what the Republicans did was they mandated that that the Democrats couldn't leave the House chamber without signing a permission slip and a police escort, because they wanted to make sure that the Democrats were going to be there for this voting so that they can, get the 5 seats, and whatever. But Nicole Collier, a representative of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, on Monday, August 18th, she declined to sign that slip. She refused to give permission, right, to be followed, by law enforcement. And so what the Republicans did was they did not allow her to leave. They locked her in. And they didn't allow her to leave and until she signed the permission slip, which she never did. So she slept in, and she posted stuff on her X account showing that she was sleeping there. But as of today, everything's been passed through, but nothing has been signed off by the governor, and that's what they're waiting for now. So in reference to this story and so many other stories that are out there, which there's such a thing called what are they calling it? LA music festivals, which is something that I want to talk about also, but not right now. But with this story, I'm thinking if lawmakers are having such things happen to them, we are in trouble. Are we in civil war right now? Are we, with what's going on in LA and what's happening with the Democratic, representatives and stuff like that? What's happening? What do you all think about that? Is there civil war going on now? What's happening?
I mean, since Donnie Boy took office, there's been a lot of weird stuff happening. So I won't be surprised if we're in a silent civil war. I won't be surprised. Mm-hmm. And then we just not up to date with it. But absolutely, I think so.
Yeah, and so I'm over here trying to live my life. Go and do the things that I enjoy doing and the things that I intend to experience in life. But I'm starting to realize that maybe I have to put that on hold and find a way to join. I don't know. I want to say join, the protest and what have you, but there's so many protests going on out there. Which one do we join? I feel like we all need to just come together and create one massive protest. And because this is crazy. This is just really, really crazy what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Before I say anything about that, especially shout out to Miss Miko this morning. I have on my fresh Walmart shirt that I paid $7 for. And it feels good, pause. And shout out. And I thought about Miko when I purchased this shirt last week. And I feel good with my $7 Walmart shirt on. And I'm going back to get a few more. So shout out to Miss Miko. Now, the last time I was in a civil war was with my second baby mother.
You're so silly.
Shout out to family court. Put a number one chat room if you've ever been in family court.
Nope.
Not doing it.
When my second baby mother took me to child support, Miss Miko in the Bronx, New York, on 161st Street, the courthouse building, the one on 161st, not the one on the Grand Concourse. And it was the old building because they got a new building over there now because they're getting so much money. and while I was waiting to get called, because it's like going to traffic violations. It's like going to traffic court. They got the little number up there. They got your name up there and your number up there. Mm-hmm. And before they call your name, you can go into the courtroom you could go into a moderation room and moderate with your baby mother or baby father. So you don't have to go into the courtroom. If y'all come with the agreement, y'all can walk out. But my baby mother didn't, she didn't agree to it, and we went to court. And I bring all this up because when I was in the child support, shout out to everybody in chat room. And now remember, this is 30 years ago, this is a long time ago. Miss Miko, there was a guy in there, he looked like he was 75 years old. And the lady was taking him to child support. He looked like a grandfather.
How old was she? 30 what?
Yeah, she looked very young. She was like 25, 30, 40. And I looked at this dude like, bro, you are going to die with a child support balance.
Oh my God.
So I bring all this up because back to Texas, it's the same thing. She's right. It's a war. So Texas want to they want to redesign the congressional map for their favor because they know that they're going to lose. They're losing in the midterm elections, which the Democrats will take power, and Donald Trump can't get his little massive devious agenda through Congress.
Mm-hmm.
So California, and we talked about the governor for years, Gavin Newsom, who is my hero.
Love him.
Gavin Newsom don't give a F. He is almost a true neighbor. He can't stand Donald Trump. But the thing about him is that he really governs the state of California. He passes laws and legislations for the everyday folks that live in California. That's why he's so popular.
Right.
And I think he should run for president because his term is up. Because Kamala Harris was going to run for governor of California, but she all of a sudden stepped down. I got love for Kamala. Y'all know that. But, bitch, you got to sit down for a second. I think this is a guy that should run for president. Now, he said, you know what, Donald Trump, you want to be slick with it? You trying to get some congressional seats in favor of the Republicans?
Mm-hmm.
He put out legislation to say we're going to change the whole map of California. And not only are we going to do it, we're going to allow the people to vote.
Vote. Yes. Yes.
Let's clap for that. Let's clap for that.
Yes. Yes.
And knowing that California is a heavy Democratic state comparison to Texas, we got different laws where the general public doesn't have to vote this in. And that's why they held these people for hostage in the state house, whatever it's called, which I don't even think is like, can you even do that? And guess what, Tamiko, you ain't gonna believe this. Now Illinois, a heavy Democratic state, New York, and a few other states are following along with California.
Yes.
With California, because if Donald Trump is going to play these games, they're going to make sure that the congressional map in these states are blue as hell. And it's unfortunate because the only time they really do this is after the census every 10 years, which then determines the congressional map.
Right.
But like you said, Ms. Miko, now that, and Ms. Miko gracefully calls him Donnie, now Donnie's in the office, and he's trying to change policy, procedures, and laws.
We got to fight back. I mean, Democrats got to fight back, to stand up.
I'd like to make an announcement before I yield my time to Ms. Miko. This announcement is to my friend Gavin Newsom, who's a good friend of mine.
That's your buddy?
In your head? Okay.
Yeah, in my head, he's my buddy. Gavin, I've been rocking with you for years, and it's proven on this show. Cindy J and myself, we love you. Gavin, it's time for you to make that announcement, my brother. Because not only that, you are not scared of Donald Trump, and you ready to match his energy. Like he curses Donald Trump out. Because sometimes the Democrats have a problem with, they want to be too polite and they want to keep it status quo and they want to kind of keep it a traditional way of articulating to the masses. Those days are out the window. And Gavin Newsom is that guy, the governor of California, which his term is up. He has to step down. Sir, please run for president.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Miko. Go run. And shout out to the Democrats. We coming back, but we got our asses whipped. No question about it. Shout out to Donald Trump and the Republicans. They actually did a great job. They took the White House, they took the Senate, and they took the Congress. But now it's our time to regain power. And I believe that Gavin Newsom is our new leader.
You think he would run, Shawn? You think he would run?
Hmm?
You think he would run?
I think he's going to run.
Okay.
Now,
Because
why do you think he's going to run? Did he, say something? Or?
That's why I'm going. I'm like, why you
I'm
think
thinking he's going
Because
to
Shawn
run.
said so in his head.
I think he's going to run because, number one, he's a governor of one of the most populated states in America. California could be its own country.
Mm-hmm.
He's also likable. His policy, like he's the type of governor, like he changed all the stop signs in the street. He didn't like that. He was one of the only governors in recent time that said, yo, black folks need reparations. And in California, he was even trying to have legislation. If they couldn't do reparations throughout the country, they wanted to give it to the citizens of California.
Mm.
It never made it to that point, but I like the fact that he was like trying to push that through Congress in California.
Mm-hmm.
And because his name is on the national stage, those are the reasons why I think he should run for president. Go ahead, Miss Miko, what you got?
I'm gonna stay in the political bag. We're gonna talk about our good friend Mayor Eric Adams, New York City's finest.
Lord.
You know his homegirl, Ingrid Lewis Martin, she accepted over $75,000 in bribes, including $10,000 in seafood, as well as an acting gig alongside Forrest Whitaker, according to prosecutors. This is all alleged. It's all alleged. Now, it's a long story. I don't want to go into the story. I mean, to the entire story because it's so long. But they said, Manhattan District Attorney said, if you're willing to pay Miss Lewis Martin, she was always open for business.
Pause.
I don't know if you've seen Miss Martin, but she did that shit. She just got that face where she just looked freaking guilty. She walked into a Manhattan court yesterday. She was clad in a gold suit, matching heels, and her face just looked guilty as hell. Let me see if I can get a picture so I can put it up. Here she is. Wait, can y'all see it? There she goes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they got her in handcuffs?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow. That's
she resigned from being part of Eric Adams being part of City Hall, one of the employees, but she does still go back as a volunteer. So she volunteers and she helps him along with like his daily duties as the mayor, and she calls him her godbrother. So he said he has nothing to do with it. He said he is not implicated on the new indictments with Lewis Martin, who calls herself his god sister, ordained by God, but the charges against his longtime friend. And the incident is going a long way. Also, Winnie Greco, which is also, she was a volunteer on his campaign train. She reportedly handed a reporter a potato chip bag filled with cash on Wednesday.
That's crazy. Man, they're out of control.
So it's a lot of dirt in that water over there in City Hall, and I don't think that Eric is going to win the next election. I think he just needs to step down, go to the last couple of day parties for the summer, and just don't even run. Just go enjoy yourself, Eric. Just go to all the parties and have yourself a good time, and just leave quietly. Because Donnie already gave him a pass. He got a pardon from Donnie, so he ain't going to jail. He ain't gonna face no charges. So just enjoy your last couple of months in office and. Go ahead.
Right. Just live the rest of your life.
Live the rest of your life. And not for nothing, but Eric did it right. He did his dirt by his lonely and he shut up. He never answered any questions. He didn't confirm or deny anything. He was quiet the entire time the investigation was going on. But everyone around him fell, unfortunately. What do you guys think?
Well, I agree with everything that you just said. Like, I'm on board with that. He should calm down. But who is going to run now? Is Cuomo still in the race?
Cuomo is in the race, but that guy is winning. What's his name?
I don't.
The Indian guy. I forgot his name, but he's like a front runner, and Donnie hates him. So I don't know what's going to happen.
All right, guys, I'm going to announce this. 2 announcements. We're doing a 50-50 raffle at the event, and when you purchase your tickets, like this really does help us continue providing this. Keeping us on this platform. Putting a few dollars in our pockets and allowing us to get merchandise and all the things that we need. So we do appreciate you guys for purchasing the ticket so far. So know that when you purchase the ticket, it just guarantees that this show continues on, and we truly, truly appreciate you. So we got a morning money raffle going on at the event on Saturday. So please get your raffles. We got obviously we got a 50-50. And thank you so much. And the next thing I want to say is, starting on Monday, we're on TikTok as well. So what we do is we'll go on TikTok for a few minutes. The segment is called Shawn Harvey Morning Show. On TikTok for 3 minutes, where all of us will go on up there and we will share, our thoughts and what's going on before we come to this platform. So we truly appreciate your support, and please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And we truly appreciate you. And we need to get our subscriptions up, guys. I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the morning show on Facebook, but we need more subscriptions. And when you subscribe to it, it's only 99 cents a month. So please, we ask you to subscribe to the show. And these are the things that keep the show going. And these are the things that might bring the show back, 5 days a week. We do it 3 days a week. If it works out in our favor, we'll bring it back to 5 days. And we do have the cast members to support that. So we truly appreciate you. Now, before we get out of here, before Miss Miko give her last word, Eric Adams, you're right, Miss Miko. He did his dirt on his lonesome, and he kept his mouth shut, like how the Italians do it. No doubt about it. The problem with Eric Adams is he allowed his neighbor-ass cousins to work in the political, to give them high-ranking political jobs that they, first of all, have no experience,
not qualified for,
not qualified for, but secondly, don't have the moral compass, to have these jobs, because they're cloth with nothing but power and influence. So you can't, I don't care how educated the neighbor is, if they have no kind of character, they are going to fall to the gains of the Lucifer. They are going to take the money. If Eric Adams hired me to work in his office, I'm taking money too. I'm taking actors gigs. I'm taking the 5,000. I'm doing all of that. But that's the problem. And you know what the problem is? I disagree with Miss Miko. Eric Adams should run for political office. But what his mistake was, he did what most of us Black people do. We put our friends and our cousins down because we think it's the right thing to do. Because
how is that different from what the Babylonians been doing for years in politics?
But exactly, right. So you just proved my point there. So my whole thing is, instead of putting qualified African Americans or Babylonians, like you said, he went the cousin route. And sometimes you can't put your cousins that attend the picnic, you can't put Aunt Mary down with this.
No.
You can't put your first cousin Lucille down with this.
We can't put Jerome and them down.
You can't put Jerome, none of them. If they have a regular job, you can't say, yo, come to the city hall. I got a job for you paying $175,000 a year. And you really ain't got to do nothing. And then all the perks that go with it. Listen, these people are losing their mind because they get free car service home.
Wow.
They get free Ubers or car service home. Some people take that, and it's so much power that they're like, yo, we ain't got to pay for transportation. What else can we get?
Right.
And that's why this woman is in handcuffs.
More than likely.
What Miss Miko just said, what we said, it was her cousin, goddaughter, or godson. God brother. You don't hire your god brother.
No.
You don't hire your god sister. You don't hire Pookie and them.
No.
For real.
You hire people who are qualified, or that you know that maybe I think that they can do the job.
Yeah.
And these people don't have a humble bone in their body. This woman that's in handcuffs with her little gold-looking suit, she should get 10 years in jail.
Right.
Not because of what you did, because you're an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And you make everybody else look bad. And Eric is trying his best. And he might win because the Jewish folks don't like this, the Pakistani guy. They don't like him. They don't like him. So I don't think the city is ready for a Muslim mayor. So Eric might win by default. But he can't win nothing when his cousins are stealing everything.
So you don't think Cuomo has a chance?
Or Cuomo, yes, Cuomo. Listen, Eric, Miss Miko's right. You kept your mouth shut. But what you should have did after that, you should have fired all your cousins.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. You should have fired everybody. You should have shut the administration part of the city of the mayor of New York. You should have shut it down for 3 weeks because you had to fire everybody.
Right.
You should have got some AI in there just to get things running. And then get some qualified candidates in there. And that's one of the problems with Eric Adams. But I say this, I've been a long supporter of Eric Adams. Y'all know this. Run for mayor, sir. I believe you still can win. All right, Ms. Miko, we're going to give you the last word. We truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Janice Segure, and also our Queen, Ms. Miko. Guys, for the 14th time, and I'm going to say it all the way into September the 20th, I'm promoting this thing around the clock. Please purchase your tickets. Y'all come on out. Let's have a great time. Saturday, September the 20th, right in the afternoon. Doors open up at 3, showtime. Doors open up at 2, showtime 3. Go ahead, Ms. Miko.
The only happy weekends, the only happy endings you should know is the weekends.
Say that one more time.
The only happy endings you should know is the weekends.
All right, Janice, anything you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Peace and love, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
All right, guys, we see you guys on Monday. Don't forget 7:45 on Monday. We on TikTok for 3 minutes. And then we'll come back to this platform at 8 o'clock for the show. So we truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Guys, I'm going back to sleep. I was up all night last night. And God bless you guys. We're out.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.